Hi, I'm Pablo Ettinger. I was lucky enough to be invited to help start a coffee bar 18 years ago. That grew to be Caffè Nero, and ever since that first day I've been responsible for music at Caffè Nero. And I'm talking today about the importance of music to the Caffè Nero brand. Music's very important to me, and I've kind of brought it into Caffè Nero. We always played music. From the day we opened Caffè Nero, music has been playing. But the amount of attention it's been given has grown and grown and grown over time. And I think generally we get very positive feedback about the music. I think people recognise that our music is not background music, it's a lot more than that. We use the music to change the atmosphere. So we, like all good retailers, we split our day into what we call Dayparts. So the breakfast day part, we have classical music playing. So it's quite chilled, it's got a certain atmosphere. And then at 11:15 in the morning, it turns to jazz. So immediately the beat comes and everything perks up, and you can actually feel the atmosphere change. And then that plays over lunchtime, which is always busy anyway and a lot going on. And then in the afternoon we have a mixture of folk, pop, world, leading into soul in the evening, so getting more and more up-tempo as we go through the day. So it has a huge influence. It is absolutely core, because one of the reasons people come to a Caffè Nero is because of the atmosphere. It feels good. They want to come in. Obviously we've got a great team behind the bar, but the atmosphere is really important. And part of the atmosphere is made by the music. And if you go into a Caffè Nero and for whatever reason the music's not playing, it just feels flat. It's amazing what a difference it makes. We've talked to our staff about it, and we have talked to customers about it. It's certainly, what we know is that we have a very, very large percentage of our customers are loyal, and they come back every day or twice a week. And the music has to be part of that. Otherwise they wouldn't come back if they didn't like it. Can you measure it? Not directly, but anyone who works in Caffè Nero and is part of the brand would say it has a very positive influence on building a loyal audience. Yeah. Well, we work with an outside company. They manage the playlist. They have a library of, I think, 4 million tracks. And every month I work very closely with one of their music managers, and between Rob and myself, we choose the music. Obviously, for our unsigned artists and our artists of the month, he relies on me to feed artists through to him. And they manage the database, and then every month we send out about 30 tracks to every Caffè Nero, which is a lot. 650 Caffè Neros play music, and we delete about 30 tracks, and they manage that process, which is a big sort of distribution exercise. The staff, that they do have an influence because they're listening to it every day, and if something isn't quite right, they will tell me. And they also told me that they wanted it to go more upbeat in the evening when they were clearing up. So we play, later in the evening, we play much more upbeat music when they're clearing, because it makes them feel good. And in the morning, before the customers get there, we try and play something that's more upbeat as well when they're getting going in the morning. So yeah, they have a big influence. I suppose the simple answer is to take it seriously. Don't just let someone do music who doesn't understand the brand. Who's ever in charge of music has to really get the brand, and usually that's a very senior person. So really someone quite senior who understands the brand should have influence in choosing the music to make sure that it matches the brand. It's absolutely essential. Just as they influence the design, the colours and everything else, it's part of the brand.